How would I spend a week without my phone or internet? It's a pretty difficult question considering how immersed we are in technology these days, right? You wake up to an alarm on your phone, you look at the weather on your phone, you go to work with your laptop. Everything is just so connected. Even the small things, like again, checking the weather, checking your calendar, calling someone, they all involve technology that we've grown so attached to. So thinking about how to spend a week without these things is pretty abstract and something we don't typically do. Again, just because technology and our phones and the internet are so integrated into our lives. In saying that, though, you know, there's a great benefit in sometimes giving us time away from the internet and our smartphones. Because at the end of the day, as helpful as they are a massive, massive distraction sometimes, right? The culprit of Netflix on your laptop or, scrolling for hours endlessly on TikTok. Both of these things are very common acts, but they're not helpful. And so, if I were to spend a week without those, I think I'd go back to activities where I am thoroughly connected or present, where I'm not so attached or glued to social media or connected via the internet. And so, many people have tried this before, but personally, two things that I would do are one, to play board games with friends, because I really enjoy playing board games, and spending time with friends is really important. I think the best time spent with friends is when you're both fully present, right? It's not exactly a great time if you're seeing a loved one or a close friend and you're both just distracted by your phones, whether it's texting or watching other forms of entertainment, right? So I think time with friends is so precious and it's so enjoyable that you don't need the help of internet and smartphones, right? Because the goal of internet and smartphones is to keep us connected, right? But there's no better connection than an in-person one, right? The internet is so good because if I have a loved one, in Asia, in China, for example, and I can't see them, then being able to connect with them is so helpful. But you know what's even better than that? If I was just with them in person, right? So if I'm with a friend, then I would best spend my time without internet with friends. And the time I spend with friends is really fun when I play board games as well, right? Board games, you just get so immersed, you can lose track of time, you lose hours and hours of fun, and there's no technology involved, which is awesome. The second thing that I would do is something that I want to do more of, but I don't because I'm so easily distracted, and that's reading. Reading books, not reading Reddit, not reading articles online, but reading physical hard copy books, right? A lot of people, especially high profile people like Bill Gates and the like, often go on these book retreats, right? Where they go away from their usual life surrounded by technology and they go far away, off grid without technology and just give themselves countless hours, countless time, and countless books to read, right? Because reading books, one, is an important source of knowledge. You can gain so much from reading, right? You're reading the accumulated works, decades worth of a particular expert in some field. And I think reading books can often be difficult in these days because you have to sit down and give undistracted time, right? Which is so foreign to us now, right? Given our phones and browsing, right? Your phones, you read some sort of condensed information in 3 minutes and you go to the next part. Whereas a book is, hours on end about a particular topic. And so having that focus and undistracted time for books, I think is super helpful. Now again, don't get me wrong, those two things, reading books and spending time with friends playing board games, are really enjoyable. But spending a whole week without internet and a smartphone is really difficult. Now, in this day and age, it's not common to do that. So one would have to, genuinely, actively take a step out to remove themselves from the internet and the smartphone. I think this is a task that should be done more often. I think it's something maybe not too often because the internet and being connected is really important. But I think having a break from technology and social media can really benefit our physical health, our emotional health, and our mental health as well, right? So taking a week off, every 6 months, so every year, whatever it is, to spend time and be present and be truly connected. Not this fake online social connection, but to be genuinely, truly connected with the people we love, with things that are important to us, is just something that we should all try doing. So yeah, I mean, it's increasingly difficult with technology becoming so ingrained, but it's not. It's definitely still possible, right? And yeah, I think as people often get older or as they get more influential, they come to realize the importance of time away from technology, like our internet and our smartphones.